Because I got high, because I got high.
When Saro made the soundcheck at the first day of GBB, everyone was underestimating him. The most weird thing for everyone was like, what kind of headphones does he even use?
Bruh.
Champagne. Champagne.
Yo, what's up, my current and future beatboxers? Welcome back to another analysis video with your boy Madox, aka. I've created a poll on my community section and you voted for MB14 versus Saro on the GBB 2017. So I'm really excited to analyze this video, but before I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna check out the comment section first. Let's read some comments! 132. Me every time Madox beatbox in the beginning of his videos. Hombre de cultura! My face when Madox starts explaining something about beatbox that is way too complicated for me. Then after he recorded the bassline, he started to repeat Uomo di cultura! Imagine hearing this for the first time and keeping the camera this steady. I still get hype and move around after hearing this over several years. People thanking Madox, man of culture, for his sacrifice. Wow, bro, this was truly touching. And I have to be honest with you. Because I was standing on stage, I couldn't hear the sound properly. On Loopstation Battles, they don't use monitors on stage. They only hear the sound through the headphones. Therefore, as a camera operator standing on stage, you don't hear anything. So I didn't even know how genius Saro was until I was editing the videos. Can you imagine that? Hey Madox! That's me! This battle is legendary, there's no doubt about that. Also a joke, when you have been trying really hard to be a man of culture and you finally get it. Bravo, monsieur! Homme de culture! Stakes are high, all memes are here. To get a man of culture, that's why I'm here. Beautiful poetry. Man der Kultur! When your cat is having a stroke. Joke for Madox. When I don't understand absolutely nothing about maths and my math teacher asks me if I'm following the lesson. Le luchu. Manusia budaya. Madox, I'm trying my best to get a man of culture here. Knowing it's my favorite beatbox battle, I hope I don't mess up. Hard. 6:49, me asking my mom to sleep late today. My mom? Magaling. Down the cultura. Madox is about to analyze this video. Me and the boys. Sanskritika at me. My neighbor. Can you turn off the music? It's so annoying. Me. Sabarashi joke. Bunkano toko. Me to my friend. We saw a big miracle in this battle. Friend. Yeah, Saro's drop was godly. Me. Not that. A bigger miracle. Friend. You talking about how all the judges gave Saro a standing ovation. Nope. Something bigger. Okay, then you must be talking about how MB14 was completely destroyed in a Loopstation battle. Nope. Then what? Darnie wasn't on his phone for an entire battle. Oh my god! Вообще молодец. Человек культуры. 14:30. Judges, you already know what to do.
Go to this side. Judges, you already know what to do. Judges, you already know what to do.
Man von Kultur. 6:46. When you gotta pee but you're stuck in between a crowd and can't find a way out. Oh Lord, please help me, I can't control anymore. Rajul Thakofati. My Pikachu evolving. I'm here for Madox analysis. Me too. Me? Doctor, I think I'm having COVID. Madox the doctor. Let me analyze that. Let's get into the video.
I say the twa, you say the turn the twa.
Beatbox. Oh.
Like this. All right.
And that's time.
Alright, this was MB14's first round. So my first impression is his vocals are just super beautiful in this. And not only his vocals, but also his drums, yo. Most people don't even realize this, but MB14 is actually using no effects on his drums. But even though he's not using effects, it still sounds really, really full. So let's get into the details. So right at the beginning, you get a sense of MB14's strength. He has a lot of control of his voice and his harmonies are just on point.
All right.
Then he started to record the drums and man, he's recording the whole drum section in just one loop. Just imagine, normally beatboxers record the kick separately, the hi-hat separately and the snare separately. And really often they layer the snare so it sounds fuller. But MB14 manages to record it in just one layer and it still sounds full. So I have to give him special props to this. Not a lot of beatboxers are that good in solo beatboxing that they can pull it off in one loop. Then after he recorded the bass line, he started to record the choir. I think it was a really sick effect, but for me it was just a little bit too long. Just imagine he started to record the choir at 0:38 and he finished at 1:24. 14 seconds longer and it would be a whole minute. Wait, MB14 was missing 14 seconds for a whole minute? Of course the outcome was insane. The choir just sounded really, really beautiful. But considering this is not a showcase but a battle, it took him too long. Then he started to sing the first verse in his head voice, and I think the singing here is okay, but I can tell this is not the main voice that he would use when he sings.
Everything you pray for me.
Then he came into the chorus and performed this melody with the throat tapping, and I really liked the texture of the sound as well as the melody itself. Then after this melody he recorded his lyrics and I felt like this voice sounds way more pleasing. This type of voice he's using here sounds really full. It sounds a bit nasally, but I think he uses it as a style and it suits really well to the song. Love it, love it, love it, love it now. Then after he recorded the main part, he was also harmonizing it. And to be honest, I'm not an expert with harmonizing, but I really love the harmonies here. He's not just octaving his voice or using a fifth above or under it. He actually follows a different melody line for his harmonies, but it works really well. Sounds really beautiful. Then after the chorus he was reversing the melody and it's a really simple effect, but it sounds really sick at this part. And then the end, the reverse beat that he does with his mouth, my gosh, that was outstanding. That's so dope. He probably was inspiring a lot of beatboxers with this. So overall I have to say the first round of MB14 was really clean. The mix was really, really dope. The beat sounds really full, although it's just one loop. Bass is really full, but at the same time really clean. The melodies are sitting really well in the mix. And his lead vocals are coming through really nice. The downside for me at this round is that this recording part takes such a long time. And also from a battle perspective, it's not the most energetic round.
Let me analyze that.
Alright, let's go on with the first round of Saro.
Beatbox.
Already so much flow. Sparkly sound. I'm too early. Okay. Darny's face. Of course it's not the first time I see this. But it's cool, it's cool. So sick. See Rhythmite's face? Wow, just a hi-hat and it's like totally different vibe. Madox, calm down. Alright, so this was Saro's first round, and I have to say the vibe of the whole round was just so dope. It's a really uplifting beat and the whole round is so flawless. From the beginning till the end, I feel like he can hold the crowd's attention the whole time. So let's get into the details. Yo guys, did you actually notice that the first sound that he was recording was his finger tapping the knob? I don't actually know why he did this, but at the end, as soon as the beat sounds sick, why not? Unlike MB14, he took a long time to record all his drum sounds. He was multi-layering his snare, his hi-hats, his shakers. And he recorded his kick separately. But at the end, his beat had a really sick flow. Then after he recorded his drums, he used the pitch bend effect and the reverb to record the melody. And by the way guys, if you are a looper or you're just interested in how Saro does his rounds, check out the info box. There's a tutorial I was shooting with MB14 where MB14 is explaining all the effects that Saro was using. Anyways, back then using the pitch bend like this was a really unique way. Therefore, every time a looper uses this sound, it sounds like Saro. After that, he was recording the harmonies with the siren sound. And for me, this is a really iconic way to record this melody. After the harmonies, he was recording the bass line, and I'm not sure, but I think it's a bit pitchy. But he has a good control over the guitar to bass effect, so it's not interrupting anything else in the mix. And then he comes in with the main melody of the track, and it sounds so dope. I think this melody was stuck in my head for weeks. After recording all the loops, he came in with this drop, and man, it's such a sick vibe. And only by adding a slicer to the melody, he changed the whole vibe and groove of the beat. What I also find really special about this drop is, after a short transition, he recorded just a single hi-hat. And only this hi-hat adds so much drive to the beat. Saro has such a sick control over the rhythms here. Yeah, so overall, Saro showed a really sick performance here. What is really special about Saro in this round is that he manages to keep the attention span through the whole round. A lot of loopers struggling with this because they're too busy recording sounds and sometimes it just takes too much time. But Saro kept the energy up while recording everything. He was really flawless in performing everything and it just feels so easy watching him doing this. And that's what I love the most about him. I don't want to see an artist struggling on stage because he can't handle his technology, or you can see that he's exhausted because it's so hard what he does on stage. Saro does everything in such a pleasing way and you can see that he has fun while performing. So comparing Saro's and MB14's first round, I have to say Saro was more energetic. Of course MB14 was choosing a genre that is low energy by nature, but Saro was also able to keep the attention span high through the whole round. On the other hand, MB14 had this really long section where he was recording the choir, and at this part it was really hard to follow what he was doing. So for me, definitely the first round goes to Saro.
Let me analyze that.
Let's go on with MB14's second round. Beatbox. Man, the drums is so clean, yo. It's unbelievable, it's one layer.
Software version 7.0. Looking at life through the eyes of entire heart. It exists as a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city. Yo, why on the world? Hiding on disorder. Now, somewhere between that secret silence and sleep. Somewhere between the secret silence and sleep. Disorder. No transition.
Best part.
Gonna kill Saro, but then I got high. I was gonna get up and find the loop, but then I got high. My loops are still messed up, and I know why. Yeah, because I got high.
Oh man, wow. 3 different tracks in one round.
Yo, time!
Aight, that was MB14's second round. I think his second round had more entertainment elements than his first round, but I also think that the third song that he did here was a bit unnecessary. Let's get into the details. So MB14 started with a drum solo at the beginning and recorded it on his loop station. And I think this was a really sick idea because no one really knew what he's going to do with this. And then later in the chorus part, there's this big aha moment where you realize, oh my gosh, he used it for this part. Also, I have to say his drums are really sick here. They're really powerful and really clean. And again, he managed to record the drums in just one loop. except this little hi-hat part. Then he recorded the harmonies and the bass line, and I really like the texture of his bass line. I think he did something like this. This bassline had a really sick metal vibe without even using any effects. Then he came in with the singing part, and I felt like the key of the song is a little bit too low for his main voice.
Inversion, software version 7.0.
Especially when he's singing the low notes, he doesn't have a lot of volume here. Conversion. I don't know, maybe his voice also was just exhausted here. But then on the chorus part, his singing was really sick.
Yo, why on the world? Honey on disorder, disorder.
MB14 doesn't really have this metal screaming voice. It's more like a pop rock voice, but I still think it fits here.
Now, somewhere between that secret silence and sleep.
Then after this, he directly switched into a reggae beat with
No transition.
and this was a really funny performance element. Also, the lyrics he was using here, singing about sorrow, just perfect.
I was gonna kill Saro, but then I got high. I was gonna get up and find the loop, but then I got high.
Then after the short Afro Man cover, he got into a third beat that also had a metal vibe. And I think it was a bit unnecessary because he didn't have too much time to unfold the whole potential of this song. It was just a simple beat, a bass line and a drum solo at the end. So I think he either should have been making the first track longer or the second.
Let me analyze that.
Alright, let's go on with Saro's second round. Beatbox. So dope. So chill. This is such a cool moment. Oh my gosh, that was the second round of Saro. Oh my gosh, such a legendary round. I think this is by far the most iconic trap drop of the whole looping scene. The crowd was just going nuts and Saro had so much control over his loops. Before I'm gonna talk about the details here, I have to mention something. When Saro made the soundcheck at the first day of GBB, everyone was underestimating him. The most weird thing for everyone was like, what kind of headphones does he even use? Bruh. They don't look anything like professional in-ear headphones because they don't go over the ears. Also, the cable of it is just so short. So everyone was like, what can this guy even do? But yeah, as I said, everyone was underestimating him. No one was aware of how legendary he is on the loop station. Just imagine this GBB was the first time he was battling ever. And he won. And it wasn't even close, he was by far the best looper of the night. I just remember one moment with Alex Sinyu when he was at my place in Munich, back then when I was living in Munich. Anyways, we were talking about loopers at the GBB and he was always telling us, guys, wait for Saro, he's sick, he is sick. And no one was believing him. Alright, enough of these backstories, let's get into the details. So Saro again started with recording the drums and I really like the hi-hat roll that he did here. Normally loopers would record one single hi-hat and then use the beat repeater or beat scatter to speed it up, but he's just doing it with his mouth. But it sounds sick. Then after the drums he was recording arpeggio and then the main melody that just contains 2 notes. And that's the whole melody for the drop part already. What I also really like is the kick and bass line that he used for this beat. It's just an unvocalized lip bass that Pash is using a lot from the Mad Twins, but it sounds really powerful. And by using this on a one shot, he made sure that he can play around with it and also that the bass sounds consistent each time he's playing it. Then afterwards he was recording the trumpets and this was a really emotional element. It's not as touching as a melancholic lyrical part, but he has a lot of feeling in his trumpets and you can see by the reactions of the crowd that it really works. Then he came into this, I would say, pre-drop, because it wasn't the actual drop, but it already had a lot of drive here. What I also really like about Saro's drops parts here is that he still plays a lot live. He's playing the kick live with the one shot and he's controlling the effects. So his performance is also really dynamic. A lot of loopers, when they finish recording everything, they just activate the loops and let the drop play. But Saro is still heavily involved in the process. And then after this section, there comes the real drop. And it's so dope because it's so simple. He's just pitching up the melody by 1 octave, but it makes such a big difference. It's so much more energetic and you can see in the faces of the crowd and the judges that it was hitting really hard. Also, the fact that he wasn't dropping it on the 1 but on the 3 made a big difference here because it made it even more unexpected. You can see on the movement of MB14 that he wasn't expecting the drop on the 3. And also in this drop, Saro again is really involved in the process. He's playing the kicks and also playing with the pitch of the melody. Especially this one moment where he's pitching down 1 octave instead of 1 octave higher. It's such a sick break. And then after the whole drop segment, he ended up his round with his technical beat, but effect on it. This one was a really sick finisher move here. So overall, Saro was topping himself in the second round. Again, the way he's building up his loops here is really flawless. And also the way he's controlling his loop station while he's playing the drops is really unique. It's just really interesting to not only listen to his performance, but also watch him perform on his loop station. Everything he does looks so easy, but at the same time, it's so heavy. So comparing Saro's second round to MB14's second round, here's an even bigger gap. The second round was just a really clear win for Saro. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Quick and easy. If you enjoy my content, please like the video, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.